So, still in Bangalore. Jai Radha Madhova Kunja Vihari. Repeat.
Jai Radha
Kunja Vihari
Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari.
Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari
Yashodanandana Rajana Ranjana
Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana
Yamunatira Vanachari.
Yamunatira Vanachari
Yoradhamadhova
Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskritya
Narayanam Namaskritya
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Mudhiraye
Tato Jayamudire
Ashta Prayesha Vadreshu
Nashta Prayeshu Bhadreshu
Bhagavata Sevaya
Bhagavata Sevaya
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke
Shloke
Tiruvavati Naistiki.
Bhavati Naistiki.
Yat pada padmo alibihi Neshevitam brahma rasa savarthidbihi Lokasya yad varshati chashisho arthinas Tasmai bhavan druhyati vishwabandhave Yad pada padmam mahatamano alibihi Neshevitam brahma rasa savarthidbihi Lokasya yad varshati chashisho arthinas Tasmai bhavan druhyati Vishwabandhave Yad pada padmam mahatamano alibihi Nishevitam brahma rasa savartibihi Lokasya dadvarshati chashisho arthinas Tasmai bhavan druhyati Vishwabandhave Yad pada padmam mahatamano alibihi Nishevitam brahma rasa savartibihi Lokasya yat varshati chashisho arthinas Tasmai bhavan druhyati vishwabandhave Yad pada padma mahata mano alibihi Nishevitam brahma rasa savartibihi Lokasya yad varshati chashisho arthinas Tasmai bhavan druhyati vishwabandhave. Okay, everybody just start now.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yat pada padmam mahata mano alibhir Nishevitam brahma rasa savartibhi Lokasya yad varsati chasiso artinas Tasmai bhavan dhruyati vishwabandhave. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
यत्पादपद्मं महतां मनोलिभिः निषेवितं ब्रह्म रसासवार्तिभिः लोकस्य यद्वर्षति चाशिषो अर्थिनस् तस्मै भवान् द्रुह्यति विश्वबन्धवे। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। यत्पाद पद्म महतां मनोलिभिर्निषेवितं ब्रह्मरसास्व आस्व अर्थिभिः लोकस्य यद्वर्षिति चाशिषो अर्थिनस् तस्मै भवान् द्रुह्यति विश्वबन्धवे। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी,
Hare
दंडवत
Krishna
प्रणाम।
Prabhuji, Danvat Pranam Prabhuji, Danvat Pranam everybody. Yat Pada Padma Mahatam Mano Libir Nishevitam Brahma Rasasva Jithibihi Lokasya Yad Varsati Chasiso Rithnas Tasmai Bhavan Duryati Vishwa Bandhave. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। यथा पद्मं महता मनोलुभि निशीविदं ब्रह्म रसासावर्तभि लोकस्य यदा श्रुति जाशिष्य अर्दना तस्मै भवान्तु हति विश्वबन्धवे। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
पादपद्मं महता मनोलिभिर्निषेवितं ब्रह्मरसास्वार्थिभिः लोकस्य यद्वर्षति चाशिषो अर्थिनस्तस्मै भवान् द्रुह्यति विश्वबान्धवे।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। यत्पादपद्मं महता मनोलिभिः निर्विशेष ब्रह्मरसास्वार्थिभिः लोकस्य यद्वर्षति चाशिषो अर्थिनः तस्मै भवान् द्रुह्यति विश्वबन्धवे। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
पद्मं महतां मनोलिभिर् निषेवितं ब्रह्म रसासवार्तिभिः लोकस्य यत् वर्षति चाशिषो अर्था കേൾക്കാത്തത്
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। यत्पाद पद्मं महता मनोलिभिः निषेवितं ब्रह्म रसासवर्तिभिः लोकस्य यद्वर्षति चाशिषो अर्थिनस् तस्मै भवान् द्रुह्यति विश्वबन्धवे। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। यत्पादपद्मं महता मनोलिभिर्निषेवितं ब्रह्म रसासवार्तिभिः लोकस्य यद्वर्षति चाशिषो अर्थिनस् तस्मै भवान् द्रुह्यति विश्वबन्धवे। हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। यत्पादपद्मं महतां मनो अलिभिर्निषेवितं ब्रह्म रसावार्तिभिः लोकस्य यद्वर्षति चाशिषो अर्थिनास् तस्मै भवान् द्रुह्यति विश्वबन्धवे। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Yadapad Padmam.
Yatpada Padmam.
Just sorry, I myself too. The lotus feet of whom Mahatam of the higher personality, Manaha Alibihi, by the beings of the mind, Nishevitam, being engaged at Brahma Rasa of transcendental bliss, Brahmananda, Asava Artibihi, seeking the nectar, Lokasya of the common man, Yat which Varshati he fulfills, Cha and Ashishaha desires, Artinaha seeking, Tasmai toward him Lord Shiva, Bhavan, you, Druhyati, are envious, Vishwabandhave, unto the friend of all the living entities within the three worlds. You are envious of Lord Shiva, who is the friend of all the living entity within the three worlds. For a common man, he fulfills all desires, and because of their engagement in thinking of his lotus feet, he also blesses higher personalities who are seeking after Brahman and the transcendental bliss. Yes, Supriya Mataji, Hare Krishna, Supriti.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Ordinarily, there are two classes of men. One class who are grossly materialistic, want material prosperity, and their desires are fulfilled with their worship Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva, being very quickly satisfied, satisfies the material desires of the common man very quickly. Therefore, it is seen that ordinary men are very much apt to worship him. Next, those who are disgusted or frustrated with the materialistic way of life worship Lord Shiva to attain salvation, which entails freedom from material identification. One who understands that he is not the material body but a spirit soul is liberated from ignorance. Lord Shiva also offers that facility. People generally practice religion for economic development to get some money, for by getting money they can satisfy their senses. But when they are frustrated, they want spiritual Brahmananda or merging into the Supreme. These four principles of material life, religion, economic development, sense gratification, and liberation exist. And Lord Shiva is a friend of both the ordinary man and the man who is elevated in spiritual knowledge. Thus, it was not good for Daksha to create enmity towards him. Even Vaishnavas, who are above both the ordinary and the elevated men in this world, also worship Lord Shiva as the greatest Vaishnava. Thus, he is the friend of everyone, the common men, the elevated men, and the devotees of the Lord. So, no one should disrespect or create enmity towards Lord Shiva. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namini Namaste Sarasate Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Pashad Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Audio is clear? Yadapada Padmam Mahatamano Alibihi Nishevitam Brahma Rasavat Rasa Savartibihi Lokasya Yadavarshati Chashisho Arthinas Tasmai Bhavandruhyati Vishwabandhave. You are envious of Lord Shiva, who is the friend of all the living entities within the three worlds. For the common man, he fulfills all desires and because of the engagement in thinking of his lotus feet. He also blesses higher personalities of seeking after Brahmana, the transcendental bliss. So we continue with the pastimes of Lord Shiva and our meditation Lord Shiva, so dear to Lord Krishna. And Lord Krishna is also very dear to him. So we have a beautiful pastime that the Lord Shiva wanted to take darshan of Lord Krishna. So Lord Shiva could understand, being in his exalted position, that Krishna is there in Vrindavan. And he comes to meet Krishna. And when he lands in the house, how is he dressed? A snake has garlands and all the things. And comes to the door, knocks the door, said, Mother Yashoda opens, hey. And Mother Yashoda is very charitable. She likes to give. So he says, yes, I want to just see him. And what do you like this? No, she says, no, I'm not going to allow this because, snakes around his body and other things. She gets a little scared, a small child. And kind of a debate occurs, but she said, no, I'm sorry, I'm not going to allow you. And then very frustrated, he goes away and he doesn't leave the place. And nearby, he goes and sits down in a place and he's doing his regular bhajana. And Lord Krishna understands this. Mother Yashoda is also his pure devotee. Lord Shiva is also his pure devotee. He understands the love of the mother trying to protect him, so he doesn't object to her shooing him away, but still, if a devotee has come to take a darshan, or Krishna has to make a plan. So what he does, he starts crying. Now when I think you all remember when he went to Vrindavan, he heard this from one sannyasi. I don't know, those who remember, 2 years ago when he went to Vrindavan, we heard this. And he explained it. So anyway, he starts crying, and then Mother Yashoda doesn't know what to do. She asked her friends, she said, why is he crying continuously? Did he talk to somebody? Said, yes, one sadhu had come, and I said, whatever you want, he was not taking anything. My wife is Annapurneshwari. I don't want anything. I just want to take darshan of Krishna. So now I sent him away because, all snakes hanging all around. So they say, maybe he's a sadhu and you offended him. So she sent somebody go. So they go and they bring him for darshan of Krishna. He gets finally darshan of Krishna to touch the lotus feet of Krishna, hold him. And keep mother say, hey, watch your snakes. They should not bite him. And he's so happy. So just you can imagine what we do not understand, how dear is Lord Krishna to Lord Shiva. As a Vaishnavanam, the topmost Vaishnava, it is explained when Krishna used to play flute, the whole universe used to get stunned, because what is in Krishna's flute is love for all the living entities. And the topmost servant, Lord Shiva, used to go in ecstasy hearing that flute. It's explained in the Krishna Leela, blowing of the flute. So this is, Lord Shiva's position, and very, very dear, very, most exalted servant. Lord Shiva has his own sampradaya, not so much visible now, the sampradaya that is started with the Acharya called Vishnu Swami, Rudra Sampradaya. Visible in the sense of today, Vallabha Sampradaya, which in Gujarat, they worship the Laddu Gopal. Many people ask us, how to worship Laddu Gopal. No, that's not in our Sampradaya. You have to ask Pushti Marga people. And our Sampradaya worship over Radha Krishna, Gaunitai, Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, that is what we recommend. But as traditionally we are in India, worship of Laddu Krishna is there, that's fine. But detailed worship and, in the temples, you see in ISKCON temples, do not see Laddu Gopal, because that's not our Sampradaya. Our Sampradaya is more focused on the adolescent form of Radha Krishna. Okay? But Pushti Marga, they focus on the childhood form of the Lord. Okay? So that is Vishnu Swami and the later Vallabhacharya continue. That way it is visible, but not so much of the Vishnu Swami clan. No. Okay, so this is about Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva himself launches a sampradaya which teaches about devotion to Lord Krishna. Just like we saw yesterday, the Prachetas, Lord Shiva gave the Rudra Gita. You can open 4th canto and chant those verses. There is a lot of blessing. Chanting Rudra Gita is not only it has philosophy, it has meditation of the beautiful form of Krishna. You can chant. Now, next thing comes is that once Lord Krishna again is doing Rasa Leela now. Rasa Leela is actually eternal Leela of the Lord. All the Leelas of the Lord are eternal, but manifest to us for some time. Therefore, Lord of the Lord's Leelas are called Prakata, Aprakata. Even now, some people ask, is in Vrindavan still Krishna Leela is going on? Always going on. That in Gokula is not different from Goloka in the spiritual world. So the Leelas are continuously going on, eternally, but it is not manifest for us. Just like even Ayodhya Dham, it's an eternal Dham. Lord Rama Leela is eternally, but it is not manifest to us now. It is aprakata, not manifest to us. So anyway, at that time Krishna was present and prakata Leela was going on, and Lord Shiva wants to join them. He's hearing Krishna's flute and he's hearing devotees. I also want to join that. In fact, Narad Muni also joined. Now he wants to join. So what he does, he comes down there, but the Rasa Leela, not everybody is allowed to jump in. It's protected by Yogamaya. There's another expansion of Radharani. Radharani is the personification of Yogamaya. So her representation protects. Not everybody is pure enough to participate in the highest of Krishna's Leela. Imagine where we are. We are so fallen, people of Kali Yuga, and we are discussing Rasa Leela. Imagine our fortune. So just like chanting Hare Krishna mantra, we feel so much bliss, don't we? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Those who are chanting. You sleep on the bed and chant, that is a separate issue. But the sitting and chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Attentively chant. And we feel so happy after chanting. And those who are chanting, and most of you are chanting, without chanting you feel totally suffocated. Some reason we are not able to chant. Just imagine similar situation. So what happens now? They decide, Lord Shiva wants to join, but Yogamaya is saying, no, you cannot join. So I said, is there some way I can join? I said, okay. So one gopi takes Lord Shiva, Vrinda Devi, go to Vrinda Devi. Tulsi Maharani is the, what you see is actually Vrinda Devi. Take care. So he goes to her on the direction of Yogamaya. She said, okay, I help you. She gives him instructions, because Ras Leela we have to join with the pure attitude of a devotee. The highest devotee can join Ras Leela. You have to become, how much you have to become purified. And you have to join as a gopi. So then she takes him to enter the Manasi Ganga. Vrindavan, when you go around, there are different lakes. One of them is Manasi Ganga. He takes bath and comes out. He is changed now already into a beautiful gopi. Very, very beautiful. Very white. And then she said, okay, come. And he's brought to the, Ras Leela place in one corner, and he's praying to the Leela of Radha Krishna, seeking opportunity when Ras Leela will start, and I can also dance with Krishna. And he does that. Okay? When all the gopis are dancing, he's also dancing. So after some time, Krishna has a, Ras Leela is the eternal Leela, always going on. So sometimes Krishna is relaxing in that. He tells Radharani, today something is wrong. Something is wrong here. Find out if somebody, a new person has entered this. I feel something is wrong. So she tells other gopis to check out. They check, no, there are only gopis here. Yeah, but there is one new gopi, very beautiful. So Krishna bring him. So when he's brought, Krishna detects immediately. And he says to Lord Shiva, thanks for joining us in this beautiful Rasa Leela. But now I have some service for you. Okay? So you will become the protector of the Vrindavan now. Okay? And therefore there are various manifestations of Lord Shiva in Vrindavan. Chakreshwar Mahadev, Gopeshwar Mahadev. So many forms of Lord Shiva are installed in Vrindavan. I'm remembering the name exact. But so many are there. Gopeshwara, yes, it is there. So the Lord Shiva has given that service, and that is, imagine, he still does that service. Even we discussed yesterday, even in Mayapur, Lord Shiva is installed. So this is done. So this is another Leela. Then there is one Leela where what happens, this is from Krishna Leela. The Lord Shiva has a devotee called Banasura. What is the name? Banasura. Now Banasura was a demon. Somehow by bad association. And he has a daughter. But, the daughter in one day tells to, anybody knows what's her name? Put in the chat. Krishna Pradyumna Aniruddha. So this daughter, nobody knows the name? Quick. Yes. What is it? Usha. Okay. So this daughter, one day gets Usha. And what are the Krishna's grandson she get attracted to? Krishna, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. I think Aniruddha. Yes. And now what happens is that she one day just gets mentally a glimpse of Aniruddha and gets very, very attracted. So she has one, the daughter has one friend who had some powers. So she starts making the pictures of different personalities. She said, no. I didn't get a glimpse, somehow I got a glimpse. So finally she makes picture of Krishna, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, which this is the person. Said, okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring him here. So she has the power, she goes and picks her. What is the name of that friend of Usha, which was powerful, had some powers? That's in Krishna book. So anyway, so she goes to that place, to Dwarka, and without Krishna, Chitraleka, yes, Chitraleka, thank you. So she picks up Aniruddha and brings him. Now when Aniruddha is brought to the assembly there, what happens? Not as an assembly, secretly brought to the place where she lives. No person can enter there, it's heavily guarded. She lives there, Usha, with some friends, including Chitra Leka, and now it is what to do. And Aniruddha and Usha become very friendly, and they start living like husband and wife. And after some time, the guards become suspicious, thinking she's pregnant. So they inform Banasura. So Banasura is shocked, his anger enters, and he sees the boy there. And Aniruddha, and he wants to attack him. Aniruddha is Krishna's grandson, he's ready for fight, and it's difficult for him to fight with such a powerful person. But finally, because he was a great devotee of Lord Shiva, he had something like a Nagapasha, he arrested him. And now, we have our Narada, who takes the news everywhere. He gives the news to the Yadavas, to Krishna. This is what will happen. Your grandson is kidnapped, and he's lying there. Okay. Now, what happened? The Yadavas come. And who comes? Krishna, Balaramji, Pradyumna. All the Yadavas come and attack the city to release their person. He is hostage now, hostage. They want to release an hostage. Return the hostage, otherwise we face war. There is a war. And here we have Banasura, who was a great devotee of Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva has given him promise that if there is a war, I'll always come to protect you. He was such a dear devotee. And now he brings everybody. He brings Kartikeya, he brings Ganesha, he brings everybody. Big war between Yadavas and this team. And who's winning? Yadavas. And he is in trouble now, real trouble. I don't know whether he brings Ganesha, but Kartikeya. So finally the war starts between Krishna and Lord Shiva. Very interesting, Somehow Krishna arranges for us to know, just like Indra Leela, Krishna arranges that he's the boss of Indra. And in the Brahma Leela, Brahma Viman, Krishna arranges to show us he's boss of Brahma. Now he arranges to show he's boss of Krishna. No, sorry, Krishna is the boss of Shiva. And he starts throwing, or both start going all kind of weapons. Krishna destroys all the weapons of Shiva. And then he gives a yawning weapon. Lord Shiva becomes very exhausted and now Krishna gets opportunity, attacks Banasura, whom Lord Shiva is protecting, and he has thousands of arms, and he has become very proud because start removing his arm one by one, reducing. And then two or four remain. And at that time, Lord Shiva is in tension now. Lord Shiva comes to consciousness. So what is this? And then he offers beautiful prayers to Lord Krishna. That is there in Bhagavatam. He offers beautiful prayers. Lord, please spare him. He is very dear to me. He comes with a demonic, family, but in his family were great devotees of yours like Bali Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj. You're so kind to him. Then please be kind to him. Like that. So this is another Leela where, supremacy of Krishna is established and devotion of Lord Shiva to Krishna is established. So therefore, Lord Shiva is not to be misunderstood as we began as independent God. Most of the people, the picture is Lord Shiva is another independent God. No, that is not the picture. He is actually, Lord Shiva's position is different. Lord Shiva's position is different. He is actually very, very, very dear to Krishna as a great devotee. Not what, generally as people picturize him, as some personality who is in or personality who is independent of Krishna. Okay. So now let us take some from the purport after the pastimes have gone. Let us take something from the purport and understand. So Prabhupada is saying in the purport is something, there are two kind of people in this world. The one kind of people are there who are seeking material desires. And there are other people who seeking, who get frustrated. This is the bhogi, tyagi, and they want Brahman bliss. So Lord Shiva satisfies both of them. For the people who want material enjoyment, he is, when they pray to him, is extremely pleased. And he bestows. But that is not the real benediction from Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva, if you go to the temple of Lord Shiva, generally the temples of worship is not done properly. Lord Shiva is worshipped. In fact, in Mangalore, if you know, near Mangalore, there's a place called Dharmasthala. Those who are from Karnataka will know that place. But actually, people do not know here that Shivaling is worshipped as a servant of Shaligram Shila. They do not know that. They go that at the place and they're generally worshipping Lord Shiva as God. But they don't know proper position because that's installed by Vadiraj, who was one of the great devotees of Madhvacharya. And it is installed as a servant of Shaligram Shila. It is not installed as an independent God. When first the worship is done to Shaligram and the prasadam is given to Shivaling. That people do not know. So people, generally have this mistake. So generally people's understanding are, there are two kind of people. There are people who seek material enjoyment. They go to Lord Shiva and they seek some prayer. Please, can you help me with this? Can you help me with this? That's the general prayer of the Lord. But actually, that is not the end. Okay, we should. There are some people who understand. Okay, sense enjoyment is not good. I want to understand on the body and spirit and merge into that Brahmananda. So this is generally Mayavadis. They also worship Lord Shiva. But Prabhupada says actually even higher than he is telling in this purport is a Vaishnava who is trying to enter into Krishna Leela. Just like Lord Shiva himself is trying to enter Krishna Leela. He wants to join Krishna Leela. So for those personalities, also Lord Shiva can give the benediction and bless them with pure devotion. We have so many things. We have ahankara, we have pride, we have desire for sense enjoyment, isn't it? So we can pray to Lord Shiva to become rid of these deficiencies which do not allow us to enter Krishna Leela. Okay. What is coming in between us and darshan of Krishna? What is coming between us and darshan of beautiful Krishna Leela? Lord Chaitanya in his visible pastime was always trying to enter the Krishna Leela, always feeling intense separation. Now he is giving an example for us. Actually, we are also missing Krishna Leela. And not only we are missing, even Krishna is missing us. Where is that foolish soul? We can join. Just like sometimes at home it happens. We have a wonderful feast or we have some wonderful event. Don't you think at that time, I wish my son was there or this was there. It will be so nice. We wish like that. In the same way, the devotees and Krishna also wishes sometime, wish that idiot can come back and join. So what is stopping that? Is our own impurities, which are not allowing us to jump into the Krishna Leela. We are not ready now. So what we need to do, therefore the process is given, the complete process. Just attentively hear the Nama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And after doing your 2-hour japa, engage in some service to distribute this holy name. That's all we are doing. Chanting the holy name, distributing this holy name to all the public. Let us, give everybody a chance. Like Prabhupada says in a letter to the President of India, I have a clue how to go back to Godhead, but I want to distribute this to everybody. I do not want to go back alone. I want to take all the people with me. So why not? We got a clue to chant Hare Krishna. But Name Ruchi, as much we sit and attentively chant, not that we are lying down, Hare Krishna, then getting up. No. Please sit down. Just like even attending class, sit down. You're hearing Bhagavatam. Don't lie on a bed and hear. Attentively hear. This is such a beautiful message. So what is stopping us is our impurity in joining the Krishna Lila. Take blessing of Lord Shiva. No problem. But ask in that way. You are the Parama Vaishnava, topmost Vaishnava. Today I seek your blessings. Please give me blessings so that I can join Krishna Lila and my life become eternally successful. Eternally successful. We are all desiring small thing in this world. We were discussing in the last few days our problem with enviousness, our problem with fault finding. Now, the highest way is when we have a high goal, these small things will not bother you. Correct? You are busy, you are going somewhere, engage in service. Somebody stays here, comments, you just don't bother. You have some very important work to do. So where we do not know, we have very important work to do. There is no enemy except we ourselves in stopping us from achieving that. Nobody can stop you from achieving this goal except you yourself. We ourselves. Now, who is stopping you from peacefully chanting Hare Krishna? Like Prahlad Maharaj, who could stop him from worshiping Krishna? A Haituki. Nobody can do anything. What we create in our mind, so-called enemies, we create so-called threats, we got so-called jealousy, and then work our mind, spoil our consciousness. Then where we can think about Krishna? Trinadapi Sunichena Tarurapi Saishna Amani Namanedena Kirtaniya Sarahari. Become humbler than blade of grass, more tolerant than a tree, give respect to every individual, particular devotee. Manadena, Ama, but don't expect any respect for yourself. Kirtan, in this attitude, keep chanting blissfully the holy name of the Lord. And then we do that, we become qualified to enter Krishna Lila. But you need blessing. So, yes, take blessing of Lord Shiva to get free from ahankara, the unwanted pride and rest things coming because of that. So that way we can pray to Lord Shiva. Please be kind to me. Generally, some lady was telling me, we do this, so many prayers to Lord Shiva. So many people do vrata. Somvar ko, Monday, so many Mondays vratas to get a good husband and all that. These are all material demands. Okay? But everything is included when it's prayer to become a fit devotee to Krishna. You don't have to separately plan anything. Let me sincerely plan to become a nice devotee. Everything else will be included in it. Okay. So the Prabhupada is saying here that both kind of people, okay? Ordinary and elevated man who worship Lord Shiva as the greatest Vaishnava, okay? Even Vaishnavas who are above, both the ordinary. Ordinary means seeking material enjoyment. Elevated means seeking Brahmananda. They are fed up of material enjoyment. They are frustrated. Now they want to merge into that. They are better than the seeking sense enjoyment. Better than always better than always Bhogi is Tyagi. Tyagi is always better than Bhogi. But Bhakta is higher than both of them. He is the friend of everyone. Lord Shiva is the friend of everyone, common man, elevated man, and also the devotees of the Lord. So one should not disrespect, create enmity toward Lord Shiva in any way. So, we don't have a problem. There is some kind of a, group. They talk about, Shaivites and Vaishnavites. And as if there is some kind of a conflict in the tattva. It's not like that. Sometimes I remember when I was in my college, we had the first meeting. We had some wonderful devotees, Rasaraj Prabhu, Ritu Prabhu, wonderful devotees come and encourage us. And then, we thought we will form a club. So college permitted us to form Bhakti Vedanta Club. It is to this day there, but not in the official club now. It is maintained by some faculties. And many students daily join that class. 30 years over, 57, 35 years over. So then what happens that remember the first meeting that we had, we got a key, opened our auditorium, small seminar hall kind of thing, boardroom kind of thing. All of us sat around, student facility, because we had a club, and we sat down. So then, we don't know what to do. Somebody lighted some agarbatti, First time imagine a spiritual life from an atheist sitting there, just seeing what's happening. And then, but impressed by the classes, very much impressed by ISKCON classes. We also want to practice something. We chanted Hare Krishna mantra for some time. And then he said, let us discuss philosophy. So somebody read some passage in Prabhupada's book and he started discussion. And one person said, his name was Shiva. And he said that actually Shiva Puran says Shiva is God. So all of us got confused. This was our level. So many times it does happen actually. Common people, they get confused. So now you see that because of having come under shelter of Srila Prabhupada, it is so clear for us. Open a puja room in India, everybody will be there. Lord Shiva is there, Lakshmi will be there, Ganesha will be there. That's okay. But we don't know what is their relation to Krishna. We just do not know. Isn't it? We think that God has no form. That's what popular philosophy is today. That God has no form. You can imagine in which form you like. And then actually people become atheist. They have no faith. They're totally confused. But it's not true like that. These things are not true. And there is no battle between Shiva and Vaishnavas, as we've been explaining. Lord Shiva is a very dear servant to Lord Krishna. And for Vaishnavas, we seek his blessing, his mercy, so that we can become a devotee. And he's the head of the Vaishnava Sampradaya. So there is a very beautiful situation. So the question may be then, why is it that we hear contradictory instructions in the scriptures? Now this was pointed out by Narad Muni to Vedavyasa. When Vedavyasa had finished his work of various Puranas, he was a little sad. And at that time, if those of you who read Bhagavatam first canto will know that, my request to all of you to read, and please do not embarrass us when you go for first initiation. And when they ask you question of Bhagavatam, this time it was pointed out that ISKCON Mangalore devotee know Gita well, but they don't read other books. And don't please cheat Guru. You can cheat everybody. Don't cheat Guru. When you say you read Bhagavatam, you read. Not that you just read translation and somehow, it will not help you. It will not help you. It's all processes for your own good only. Read the first canto of Bhagavatam. It is huge, 19 chapters. It takes time. 2-3 months it will take for you to read. Sit down, read. Okay? You feel, actually this first canto was written by Srila Prabhupada before he went to America. Preparing. It has a power to create revolution in the heart of the people. So you should read. It's very beautiful written. Prabhupada has written with all his potency, ecstasies. It's very, very purifying to go through. Those who are not read, make a program to sincerely read. And don't even apply for initiation without having done that. Okay? Please don't cheat Guru. You can cheat everybody in the world. Don't cheat Krishna and Guru. That will not help. Read, when you tick, I have read means read. Only to hurry. Okay? So spend time, my request. In the first canto of Bhagavatam, this instance will come. It's a very beautiful canto actually. And it's compared to the lotus feet of Krishna, first and second canto. So you get darshan of the lotus feet if you read the first canto. And in this first canto, the instance comes where Vedavyasa reveals to Narad Muni that actually I am frustrated. Even after having done all the work, I did Mahabharata, I did the Puranas, I did the Vedas, I did Upanishads, I did Vedanta Sutras, so much work nobody can do. But I am not happy. I'm feeling some vacuum in my heart. So at that time, what happens? Narad Muni comes and he instructs him. And he says that you made a mistake. Why did you write all these literatures? You could have just glorified the Lord, Supreme Lord Krishna with all the heart. Why did you write at all these literatures? So he says, I wrote these literatures because my objective was different. I thought that not everybody is ready, for directly worshipping the Supreme Lord. That requires purity. But they are full of material desires. So okay, you can worship some Devi Devata and fulfill the material desires. So therefore, They, Puranas also, there are three parts: Sattvic, Rasik, and Tamasic. And Vishnu worship is encouraged in the Sattvic Puranas. Therefore, this is not there. So these are not Sattvic Puranas. Shiv Purana, other Devi Purana, these are not Sattvic Puranas. So that's what I did, so that gradually, they do that worship and then can evolve, and then they can worship of Krishna. But Narad Muni says, my dear disciple, Jugupsitam. I mentioned this word before. Abominable, what have you done? So what did I do mistake, my Guru? They say, your intention is not wrong, but what have you done? The people, what they will take it as that, number one, people are already inclined to sense gratification. That's their stage. Instead of purifying that, instead of telling them to stop sense gratification, you're allowing them, you're sanctioning them, you're encouraging them by various kinds of the Devi Devata puja. What do people do actually in temples? No, give me this, give me this, give me dhanam dehi, putram dehi. They go for praying, asking material things, which will never satisfy them. You should have rather talked about the pure worship of Lord Krishna, which is done ahetuki and apratihata, without any demand, without any break. You should have talked about pure bhakti, which will yayatma suprasidati, which will totally satisfy an individual. Why did you do this? And then another mistake Narad Muni says will happen because of that is that people, first mistake is that people are already inclined to sense gratification. You encourage them by this, instead of saying no, you say, yeah, you can do, you can worship this, you can worship this. You want to eat meat? Yeah, there is also one Devi. You can worship this Devi, that thing. You can do everything. You didn't say no. I was thinking, if I say no, they will, leave the dharma and go away. So, I keep you inside dharma and gradually give a process. So, no need of this. Kali Yuga, there is no time. And they said the mistake, what is going to happen in Kali Yuga? Second mistake, somebody in nursery will think nursery is greatest. Nursery is greatest. Now, you suppose you go to a Devi temple and stand outside and say that, see, you're going to worship Devi, that's fine. But Shastra says greater than worship of Devi is worship of Krishna. Aradhana sarvesha Vishnu Aradhanam param. Lord Shiva himself says that. You put the shloka outside a Shiva temple, people will get upset because they think that is the greatest. That is the greatest. That is the greatest. Now we have come to Bangalore. All the shetties are busy. Why? Kamala. Now some buffalo race in water. That is their culture. Our culture. What is there, this culture? Why do you chant Hare Krishna? Why do you read Gita? No, that we are not interested. That we are not interested. We'll continue Bhuta Puja, and this is our culture. What can be done to these people? What you will teach them? And they're not interested. We are trying, but that is how the reality is. How the reality is. People somehow, so people at whatever level they are, suppose in a college, you say that, okay, everybody cannot join 12th class, they can join first class, second class, third class. But the problem, people think the third class is the greatest. They will not elevate 12th class. If that is happening, there would be a big problem. And that is what is, isn't it true? You go to when in the class they heard that when we presented the class, so many people have heard that Lord Shiva is not God. He is himself a great devotee and servant of Lord Krishna. People could not take it. In fact, if you study the net, this is one objection people have for ISKCON. The ISKCON people, we are very broad-minded. We worship everybody. These ISKCON people just worship only Krishna. People say like that. And worshiping Krishna also in the path of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There are so many ways we can worship Krishna. They don't understand who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Himself, Krishna is appearing as his devotee. Now, won't that be intelligent to follow him? Now, what else you should do? How much fortunate we are. Because of the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we have been saved from all these confusions. And directly into worship of Lord Krishna and chalked out the path, simple path, which is adoptable for everybody, anywhere. Just sit down attentively here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. And if you do that, automatically you become a devotee and you become dear to Lord Shiva. He'll also bless you. In fact, all the Devatas, when you're sincerely trying to become a devotee, all the Devatas bless you. It is said, no? Achyuteja, where is the time to worship all the Devatas? Where is the time in Kali Yuga? There are crores of them. Where is the time? And you worship 10, another 10 are angry at you. So how do you worship all of them together? Yes. Yatha taror mula nishechane natya printita skanda bhujo shaka Prana upahara chaitendriyanam tatheva saranam achyuteja. It says just like you put water to the root of the tree, the water goes to all the twigs and branches. Similarly, when you worship Krishna, all the Devi Devatas are automatically satisfied. Yatha taror moola nishechanena. Moola means the root. So root of the tree, when you put water, tirpyanti tat skanda bhujo upashaka. All the upashakas and bhuja, all the branches get satisfied. Prana upahara chaitendriyana. Suppose you give food to the stomach, the whole body is satisfied. You put water in the root, whole tree is satisfied. Tathav sarvaharanam achyuteja. If you worship Achyuta, everybody is satisfied. So this is the path chalked out by Srila Prabhupada, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for us. So it's not that we are in a ISKCON as Vaishnavas. We don't have any negative feeling for Lord Shiva. He is our greatest personality, our hero. We seek his blessing, we seek his mercy to become devotees. So in that way, we progress in Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Anything anybody wants to add? Something we did not discuss about Lord Shiva. Chalo, type it. Like to add something? Aishwarya Mataji is there? Yes, something you can add, Mataji, as I forgot. Any Leela you think we can mention for any instance? Anything comes to your mind? Are Shubham. Kantimala later. Now we are discussing. Sri Devi. Now that is actually generally, that is discussed in Krishna book also, that Lord Shiva, he doesn't even have a house. He lives just below a tree, but his devotees are very rich. And Krishna lives in, like Dwaraka, he lives in Vaikuntha with great opulence, but devotees are very poor. People feel like that. It's not true. It's not true. Yes, anything else? Yeah, independent, he doesn't take an independent initiative. He waits. Even for the destruction of the world, Lord Shiva waits for a signal from Vishnu. And then he starts. Okay, he doesn't do. The rest of the time, he's just meditating and praying. And when people generally worship material desires, actually he disturbs in his prayer. Just suppose, you're sitting at a home, people come begging, 5 rupees, 2 rupees. That is the kind of people who go to pray for Lord Shiva. He's busy. Rama, 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 Rama. He very attached to Rama form of the Lord. Is constantly chanting. So how do we pray? We have given the prayer, no? Vancha kalpatarubhascha kripa sindhavevacha patitanam pavaneva vaishnavanama. So this is the way, when you go through Lord Shiva's temple, you don't ignore. But generally, the why we ignore is because they don't properly worship. They don't worship Lord Shiva as servant of Krishna. They worship an independent God. So that suffocates us. We don't. Otherwise, we can always go pay obeisances. Okay. So then we close. You feel any pastime of Lord Shiva I missed? Yes, he is Ashutosh. He fulfilled the desire. Yes. You know the famous pastime of that Bhasmasura. I think I forgot that. Yeah, you didn't tell me, nobody. Now, Bhasmasura is very funny. What happens that one devotee first comes to him, that is mentioned, and then he is mentioned in Purana in different ways, but overall essence is this. And he comes to Lord Shiva and he says that he's praying, he's cutting his own flesh and throwing. And then finally, Lord Shiva said, okay. He comes out, don't kill yourself. He was about to cut his head. What do you want? He said, give me a blessing that if I touch anybody's head, the person will die. So Bhasmasura says, okay. No, so Lord Shiva says, what a stupid fellow. Is it okay? Tatastha. And this fellow now is running behind Lord Shiva and he's powerful. Lord Shiva is traveling, he's traveling behind him to touch his own head. Now these are the devotees. Is he a devotee? No, he's not a devotee. Actually, real devotees are for Krishna. These are all come to take some benefit. So then when he reaches Aishwarya Mataji, they are telling some more things. If you like, you can narrate any one of them. I don't know those stories. So then what happens is that Lord Shiva is in trouble. So when he's in trouble, he prays to Krishna. So Krishna wants to save him. So Krishna comes as a small boy. This is what we read in Prabhupada books, but some people, other Puranas have some more versions of the story. So, and he says, what happened? I'm looking for Krishna. Why? Lord Shiva. Why? So, because he will, he will, he gave me a blessing that if I touch anybody's head, he will die. So I want to kill him and enjoy his wife. Whew. So it's okay. But you know what? He is simply joking. His blessings have no power. Simply he says, really? Yeah, simply. You think it works like that? You touch anybody? Yeah, you just touch your head. It doesn't work. And by Lord's mystic potency, that idiot touched his own head and he died, became ash and died. So that's sometimes that pastime is mentioned. Okay. You people put other ones. Sureshwara Krishna complain that ISKCON doesn't worship Lord Shiva. We do not have much literature, but only bhakti we have more. We can defend to counter them, Prabhuji. Okay, I don't know the story of Chakleshwar Mahadev Kanapa story. I don't know. If some Aishwarya Mataji knows, she can explain. Okay, chalo. Done. Hare Krishna, everybody. Rameshwaram. Now this Rameshwaram, somebody has put that I can tell. Generally, many people have this doubt that, Lord Rama visited when he was in Rameshwaram, he worshipped Lord Shiva because, he was going to kill a very dear devotee Lord Shiva. And also that the second reason is that he's a king. As a king, generally they used to worship Shiva. You see that even in the position of when Krishna went to kidnap Rukmini, she had gone to worship Devi. So Shiva, Devi were worshipped by Kshatriyas. And he is playing the role of a Kshatriya. So in that way, he is going to worship Lord Shiva. He's playing the role of, he's going to kill a very dear devotee Lord Shiva, therefore he's worshipping. But not that Lord Shiva has become his god. So Rameshwara, generally people think the meaning of Rameshwara, Rama's Ishvara, Lord Shiva. That's what people say when you're saying, hey, we worship. And or when he wanted to worship, all the dhamas manifested, all the holy lakes visited, manifested in Rameshwara. If you go there, they do Abhisheka with all the holy rivers. You can take bath in all the holy rivers. They are present there. Lord Rama wanted to worship all the holy kunda manifested, and he worshipped Lord Shiva with them. So, but that is not the purpose that we should, just like Narad Muni, when Lord Shiva, Lord Krishna is in palace, Narad Muni comes to visit him. So Lord Krishna gets up and washes the feet of Narad Muni. So you can also take that instance and say that Narada is God, not Krishna. So that you have to properly understand who is doing what. So the proper understanding is, it's because of a role of Kshatriya, because he's going to kill his dear devotee, he worshipped Lord Shiva. Okay? Okay, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay, other pastimes I am not so expert, so I cannot tell. I may make a mistake. Hare Krishna, everybody. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna Prabhuji, thank you.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.